So, so Godless Cranium asked the question is what can Christianity do? What can it offer that secular means can't, or can't do at least as well? And I'm going to help them out because there's one thing I think religion can possibly do that is of real practical use. And it's a bit of an odd one, but it's dealing with psychopaths. And I mean that scientifically. I mean people who have no innate moral compass. They don't have empathy generally, so they don't feel this sort of thing holding them back, stopping them from doing other things because of how they affect other people. I find this very interesting. I've thought about it a lot and done quite a lot of reading, and my conclusion is that being a psychopath is a bit like playing a computer game. It's like it's not real. Like when you're playing a computer game, like if you're me, you'll just go and hack people to death, even innocent people, for no reason in the game, because you go, well, it's just a game, it doesn't matter. And to a psychopath, it's the same. It's just like they're playing a game. So they think, well, these people don't matter. And I've read that even the psychopath himself doesn't value their own life particularly, their own existence. I mean, they'll have survival instincts. But it'll be like if you died it'd be like dying in a game. It'd be like, oh well, But yeah. So obviously laws control psychopaths to an extent, because you've got the threat of punishment. So you've just got the pragmatic solution. But that doesn't deal with any moral problems. It doesn't stop them being very clever and getting away with crimes and all kinds of other things. So how psychopaths fit into society is a problem. And obviously not all psychopaths are killers, but it can go that way. So how does religion help? Well, religion can offer an even bigger deterrent, which is this threat of hell and all that stuff. I mean, this is very weird because I find the idea of teaching children about hell to be about the most disgusting, horrible thing you can do. It's mentally traumatising, and I think everyone should bloody well stop it. But just as a thought experiment, could that be something which could control a psychopath if nothing else could? Maybe, if they really believe that if they don't do whatever this book says or whatever, or people tell them this book says, that they're going to be tortured, that could be a deterrent. So the question then is, can secular means cope with this as well as or better? And I would say the answer is yes. In fact, it could. But at least it's something. I mean, religion offers other things. I mean, religion versus irreligion, to me, it basically comes down to, are you interested in reality, or do you want comfortable delusion? I know you don't exactly choose, but you do choose whether to think about these things properly. And if you refuse to sort of examine your assumptions, examine the evidence, and really think it through, then you're making the decision not to try and find out whether what you believe is true. You're just like, well, I want it to be true, because I don't like the consequences of if it wasn't. So I'm not going to look into it properly. I'll just defend it. And, this may happen automatically. Mental defences get thrown up, by indoctrination. I know what this is like. I know a lot of it is programmed. I got programmed myself as a child in some completely different way, not by religion, but sort of another form of mental programming, which it took me a long time to break, and it had all the same mental barriers that got thrown up, but I eventually fought my way out of it. But I do know what that's like. Yeah, so religion, through the delusion, can offer things like it can allay fear of death and give a sense of purpose. if it's like a shared things to do with communities, things like that. It kind of manufactures a whole in a society. Sort of, you've automatically got all these things in common, and you can just get together and it all applies. Now, obviously the problem is that it's all a load of old bollocks, and none of it's true. It's all make-believe. I'm not saying the people who are going there don't believe it. I'm sure a lot of them do. But for me, from the outside, there's nothing going on at all. Everything that's happening is just people and social interaction, and everything that goes on in religion can be explained very easily. The big things are like placebo effect. If you think something's happening, then your body can make you feel like it's happening. And if you really believe you're talking to God, then you can get all feelings in your body like, oh wow, I'm talking to God. Your body can simulate things very easily. Then there's obviously confirmation bias, that you just look for things that support your point of view. If a series of events happens and you think that supports your religious view, you'll be like, oh wow, yeah, that's interesting, I'll take that down as evidence. But anything that doesn't, you'll disregard it. And projecting emotions, projecting meaning onto things. Something happens, so you say this must be because of that, or this so-and-so magical agent did this and that. And if you already believe these things, that's very easily done. Whereas a skeptic as myself would say, right, well, what's actually happened? What can we find out about it? What can we test? And let's not just project assumptions onto it that can't be tested and don't offer any value at all. So I can see religion does benefit people, but I think it's been likened before a lot by other people to alcohol and drugs. Sort of, if you're drunk, you're happy, you're not worrying, you've kind of given away a bit of responsibility. And that's what religion is, I think, a little bit. It's like handing over the reins, saying, oh well, someone's in charge, things must be going fine. I've got my purpose sorted out, I don't have to think too much about this, just, float along. It's like, the question of whether you're happier is a difficult one. But you've got a kind of a fuzzy, delusional happiness in there. But again, I could achieve that similar thing by getting drunk and just staying drunk, or taking drugs. I could remove my worries, I could feel everything's okay, but I'm not living in reality anymore. And the thing is, it's all well and good, and that could be my decision, but my actions affect other people, and this is the really important thing. So I want to stay in reality because I care about other people, I care about animals. And if I'm drunk, if I'm pissed out my head, or if I'm stoned, then I'm not going to be making the best decisions for those around me. I'm not going to be there for them, I'm not going to help them as best I can. I'm not going to be, sharp-minded. So it's the same thing. I wouldn't want to be deluded into a religion, because I wouldn't be living in reality. I'll be making decisions based on things that aren't true, or, when I say they aren't true, I'm saying there's no reason to believe they're true. These are far-fetched claims with no evidence. So the sensible thing is to dismiss them. Alright, well, thanks for listening. Sorry I haven't got any production quality or anything like that. I haven't got the energy to do that, but I just wanted to make this video. Well, thanks very much. See you later. Bye.